How would he possibly have known that the Lord was going to call him and anoint him as the next king of Israel? So we can know what happens in time, but we can't know what happens in the future. Now, there's a very special reason for this. If we knew what was going to happen in the future, then we would do things to fiddle with it. If we knew, for example, if you knew that going to school, you were going to have a test, and you were going to pass that test, regardless of whether you did any work or not, would you do the work? Most of us would say, no, why would I do all that work if I know I'm going to pass the test, regardless of what I did? I wouldn't do the work. Or, if you knew you were going to go to school and take a test, and you knew that you were going to fail that test, no matter how much studying you did, would you do the studying? And say, well, what's the point of all this study if I know that I'm going to fail this test? So you wouldn't do anything. And so what would happen if we knew all the things that were going to happen to us in the future within the time that is laid out by things like watches, then we wouldn't do anything. We would just stop. And we'd say, well, just what will happen. I don't need to bother about things. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen, and that will just be that. So what happens then is that we stop thinking. And so the Lord doesn't want us to stop thinking. He wants us to plan as much as we can in our lives so that we can have, we're not going to know the future, but we can plan what we would do. And if we do that, then we can plan the kind of things that we're going to do. So it's very important for us to remember that the future is hidden from us, but it's equally important for us to remember that the Lord does this for a reason,